Hi and welcome to Mechanical Keyboards Live. I'm your host, skiwithpete. What a weird day. It wasn't yesterday. It was all week. I had problems with Windows. Today, YouTube decided to pull the trigger on me. Can't believe it. YouTube wouldn't launch the video. It just kept refusing. So my usual 10-minute routine as I get ready, like putting water in this, failed. So I'm a little bit behind. But let's say what's up anyways. What's up? What?
Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, I don't know what made the noise.
Probably this thing.
Well, it doesn't show what.
This thing.
Where did it say that?
The text.
Oh.
Is Jimmy Cruz in the house? Tell me Jimmy Cruz is in the house. Because I just got a text that says Jimmy Cruz saying what's up for the shout out. What a great time to send me a text, just as everything is falling apart. What's going on, Jim? I hope you're here. Let's say what's up to everybody else. MB Surfer, Sob Gobbler, Dat Noko, Anchorbait, Dane Carter, JB1830, don't know who that is. Philip Paris, what's up, everybody? Right dude here. Welcome to the show, everybody.
My phone just pinging, so.
There is absolute chaos as things are taking off now. What's even crazier...
Water?
Yeah, chuck a little bit of water in there for me, please. I thought my thing made another noise, but it didn't.
Enough?
I don't know. Put it around that. Put it. Yes. Steph's just watering the. Because you couldn't see what it was going on, but. I'd love to just start on awesome and just carry on the awesome all the way through. But instead, it's more like a little bit like, oh, this is broken again. Oh no, something new is broken. I don't know why it's like that. Anyways, live here from downtown New York City. Actually, we're midtown New York City. Actually, we're midtown Manhattan in New York City. Whatever, close enough. What is up, everybody? Gonna be building. This is a brand new build for me, for us. This is pretty exciting. Gonna do a budget keyboard. So, you know what? I forgot to grab the keycaps too. Let me grab the keycaps in 1 second, but this is a clear base. This is brand new. The clear base from One Up Keyboards. These have just been launched on the website. Like, just.
Not launched, just up. Up. We haven't really launched them.
I don't know if you can hear Steph right now. She's saying we haven't launched them. We've just put them up on the website. They're up as of now. This is the new plastic clear base. This is the budget option. These are under 20 bucks, shipped within the Con US. This is great. Partner that with one of our GH60 boards, some clear stabs, and back in stock, finally, is our stainless steel 60%. I don't know if you guys know this, but the 60% stainless steel universal plate is our best-selling. It's our best-selling plate, full stop, let alone our best-selling universal plate. They've been out of stock for weeks. Finally, we got them back in stock, so perfect opportunity to pair this, and some blues, and some keycaps. I'm going to grab some keycaps just now. I really badly want to do black keycaps, but I think we're doing white because that's all we have. We're running low on the black ones. But these are white PVT keycaps, also the budget variety. We're looking at a total... Actually, I don't even know. Steph, can you do the total build cost of this thing?
Yeah, not yet though.
It's coming. Steph's going to do it. Kiki Mon Jerry is in the house. I already said hello to Dane Carter and Anchorbait, but what's up all the same? Sal is here. Scarecrow Moto is here. JB1830 was here, but he's gone now. Alright. Awesome. Okay. There was supposed to be a camera 2, but camera 2 didn't work. I think that camera 2 is what killed the stream from launching. So, instead of a camera 2, we're just going solo camera. Let's just show you what everything looks like. Everything is looking a little bit crazy right now because of this camera over here. This is solder cam that's only coming in at half resolution. So, today we are in full 4K. This is a full 4K display. We've got selfie cam, which is right here, which is where I look at you guys. We got selfie chat, which is my full-size selfie camera over there. We got the action cam, which is down here. We got solder cam over there, even though it's running at a lower resolution than usual. Should still be able to kick ass. But if you haven't seen it before, now right now, turn your headphones down. I hope I've made it clear. Turn your headphones down now. There we go. Are you ready for this? It's 4K. 4K. We're happening in 4K. I Defecate is in the house. JB1830 is still around. JB, we should be ready for your stream this week. Hoping it'll be Monday. That's tomorrow. Hope so. If not Tuesday, I don't know. Whenever it is, we're looking forward to it. Anchor Bait says, all in all, about $120 for this build. Does that include keycaps? I think that's a little short because it needs to include keycaps. And also, the PCB is less expensive when you buy it with the plate. And I think it's a little bit north of there. I think it's around $150. We'll see. Wow. Meh, that wasn't so loud. You're right, I turned the volume down on it several times. Alright. Let's give it what's up, what's up. Fluorec is in the house. Okay, as you guys know, gotta start with the stabilizers. Always start with the stabilizers. So let's start with the stabilizers. Yes, these are GAT Blues because not only do I love GAT Blues and they're a great smooth switch, but they're also the least expensive switch that we have on our store. So what's the quality of those fake PCBs on AliExpress? I got some in to test, and they're not quite up to our standards, so we are not carrying them for now. I believe that they're probably the same as the ones that you were looking at, though I can't say for sure. So you guys know, I know you've seen this before, but just in case you haven't, what I'm doing is adding a little lubricant to these stabilizers. Now the stabilizers are made of 3 parts. There's the outer housing, which is what I'm lubricating right now. I'm just lubricating here, right here. Whoops. Right here. I'm just lubricating. You see where the wire goes? That's where that... It's clear, so it's difficult to see, but that's what I'm doing right there. Just lubricating where the wire goes, right there. And then, of course, on the other side, the wire goes on the other side, so...
Oh, you're doing clear stabs, aren't you?
I am doing clear stabs.
Clear stabs are a little bit more expensive.
Are they a little bit more expensive?
They're $2 more expensive.
$2 more. It's worth it.
You might fit at 170 though.
170.
Alright. So you got clear plastic base, Gateron, a 65 pack of Gateron clear top blues,
Yeah.
60% white keycaps,
Yeah.
and a universal 60 stainless steel with clear cherry stabs and a GH60 safe.
Yeah.
Is that everything in your build?
That's what I believe as everything in my build.
Oh, it's $170.
170. What's that?
Shipped in the ConUS.
Shipped in the ConUS. So if you're thinking about your first keyboard build, this is one you might go with. Alright, the lubrication is in. Here's what you do. Yeah, you got this little guy here, and you got the front, which has the 2 holes, and the back, which has the 1. I call the front the hotel because it looks like a hotel at the front. You want to put this into the housing with the hotel towards where the wire will go, that stabilized end. And what you do, pick up one of these wires, send it in on the ground floor, and then clip it down through the lube, just like that. Again, up through the housing. Grab the other side of this. And then down through the loop. There you go. Just going to keep repeating this. The two side of the front. In on the ground floor. There you go. Hey guys, don't forget, gotta keep smashing that like button. The more likes this show gets, the more people get to come join. Gotta keep smashing it. Does anyone have a link to the stabs? Do you just want the stabs? They're on oneupkeyboards.com. Right, Steph?
Yeah.
Are you about to post a link to the stabs?
Anchorbait got them.
Ah. Keiki Monjeri asks, what's the best switch for gaming? Especially if you think that reds are too light, I would go with blacks. Definitely 100% go with blacks. I think blacks are best for gaming because the stiffer spring means faster rebound. Faster rebound means more APM. More APM, more better. Hotel front towards the hotel side towards the front. Pop this up here. Pete, do you ever plan on selling genuine cherry stabilizers? That's to say the GMK ones that you screw down. Eventually, probably. You have to understand that we do run one-up keyboards out of our one-bedroom apartment, so it is, with great consideration that we add new products to our range. But having said that, that is definitely something I would like to do in the future. Last one. Black, I feel I will still press accidentally, but I'm not sure. You probably won't press a black accidentally. But if you're still worried about it, what you can do is get some custom springs. So if you go to One Up Keyboards and go to the spring section, what you can do is get springs that weigh 80 grams or springs that weigh 150 grams. Those will make it much more difficult to press. SteelSeries 6G V2, good for its price. Look at the bottom row. The bottom row, if it's not standard, then it's no good. Which brings me to, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. We got a giveaway going on. We got an amazing giveaway going on this week, guys. Check this out. It's the Master Keys S. How did I forget to do that? I don't even know. How does one forget? I don't know. But guys, the Master Keys S Cooler Master is this week's giveaway. Go into the About section below, go find the gleam.io link, and use that link and your subscription to this channel to enter this week's, it's not this week's, it's this 3 weeks giveaway. It's not like just now, but you know what I'm saying? Now look, somebody was just asking about what I thought about the 6G V2. Just make sure it's got the standard bottom row here, which is 3 on the left, 4 on the right. You see that? Around the space bar, that's how you can tell if it's got 3 that are the same size and 4 that are the same size, then you know you're looking at the standard bottom row. Also check that your enter, if you're in North America, looks like that, which is like a 2U. Is it 2U or 2.25U? I think it's 2.25U. Basically, you just want your enter to look like that. You don't want it to look like a big enter. Those are European enters. Or if it's got a big thing with a big butt on it, the things that are called big-ass enters, that's also not a standard layout. So look for that. 1, 2, 3 on the left, all the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right, all the same size. That's how you know that you're getting a standard layout. That and your enter key looks just like a 1 Just looks like it looks like the shift on the left-hand side is what it looks like. If it does, you're good. Our Gat Black's good. Hell yeah. Gat Blacks are really good. The other one that you might consider is a Panda, although the Panda is more of a novelty, not a novelty, it's more of an exotic switch. So you might consider those, but if you're budget conscious, definitely go with the Gat Black. You will love it for sure. All right, well, that's this week's giveaway. Don't forget to go check that out. And I'm just going to put a 1UP keyboard sticker over here just to remind everybody to go check out 1UP Keyboards. I'm the owner of 1UP Keyboards, and that's why I talk about it all the time, also because they have all the stuff that I'm going to be building today, including these clear stabilizers that I've already built, these stainless steel plates, which are finally back in stock, this fully programmable GH60 Satan PCB. It's hard to see because of the glare there, but that's what it looks like. And I'm going to go through the entire build right here for you now, along with you guys, so don't forget to check that out. It's also got, today, because I'm doing the budget, I got the clear base. The clear base, look at this. Clear base. It's going to be awesome. Going to be able to see the stuff through it. It's going to be kick-ass. Looking forward to that. And we've got PBT keycaps going on over here in white. Those are going to be cool. I'm not going to pull those out just now, but they're side printed. That makes them extra cool. And Gateron blues for this build. This is the build I'm actually going to bring to Maker Faire with me. Anchor Bait says, at skiwithpete, I can't recommend them enough. Get some box switches to try. They're actually amazing. I do intend, let's just say I've been talking to Kale. Alright. For those of you who've never done this before, let me just let you know what you're supposed to do. The next thing that we're supposed to do now is to test the PCB. The best way to test the PCB is to get a set of these pliers. Now, a set of these tweezers. Now, these tweezers I have a link to on Amazon. I've seen them on some keyboard stores, but you can buy these on Amazon for like $5 for like 10 of them. No, it's not. It's more like $6 for 5 of them. But still, avoid the stores that charge too much for non-magnetic tweezers. But they're great. You're going to need them for your build. Let's just put that there. What I'm going to do, even though I've got no switches in on the board, is I'm just going to plug this in right here, right now. Plug it in. And I'm just going to test that it types. Now, the best way to do this, actually, let's do this properly. I'm going to go to Keyboard Tester. Keyboardtester.com. Launch the tester. Alright, and I'm just going to switch everybody over to the tester view. You can see that Alt 7 moves me over there, but let's just reset that and do this. I've put it in, and you can see that it's registering key presses. And because it's registering key presses, we know that this board is alive. So because it's alive, we don't actually need to test the whole thing. We can just test a couple of the keys. Because it's alive, we're good to go, basically. And we can start entering the keys. If the board is alive, basically two things. One, you can't return a PCB that's been soldered, so you definitely want to test it before you start. But if the PCB is alive, even if some of the switches or some of the rows don't work, we can actually fix that. There's ways around it. So you just want to make sure that some of the keys work, and you're good to go. So there you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So now that we've tested the board, the next thing to do actually is to put the stabilizers on. Even before I get to the plate, is to put the stabilizers on. Now the stabilizers have two parts. The stabilizers, look at this. See, they look like this. And they've got a little part. Oh, let's see if we can see it. They got a little part right here. It's called the toe. Right there. That's the toe. And then they got the little part here, the heel. And you see the heel is split. So what you do, the toe goes in the big hole. The heel goes in the little hole. So look on the keyboard here. you can see these holes. Look, right here, look. There's a big hole there and a little hole there, a big hole there, and a little hole there. So what we're going to do, you just go find the ones that this fits in. It only fits in some of them. Those are the ones that it fits in. You get the toe, make sure it's all the way in. And then, look at this, you just clip it down with the heel here like this, watch. Got the toe all the way in, and then you just clip the heel down. You ready? Clip the heel down. Don't forget, guys, today is in full 4K. So you guys can crank that resolution up. And watch all the glorious details as it's happening. Alright, I'm just going to show you again here. We got the toe. The toe's up here where the wire is, and the heel, which is where the split is, and the toe goes in the big hole. Now on keyboards it doesn't, you see it doesn't make a difference here. You can see that the wire on this one is at the top, but here the wire is going to be on the bottom. It doesn't matter, it's just whatever the PCB wants to do, that's the right thing to do. So in this case, it's going to be this way around. So you get the toe, you make sure the toe is nice and in, you push the heel into the small hole, and then you clip it all the way down until it's nice and firm like that. Let's do the other one on the left hand side here. You clip it in just like that. Alright. Okay guys, 3 more stabilizers to go, but before we get to that, let's just do one more quick thing. Let's remind everybody about this week's giveaway. It's not this week's, it's this 2.5 weeks. In a couple of weeks in September, we're going to give away this, the Cooler Master Master Keys S. Look, it's brand new, hasn't been opened. The Cooler Master Master Keys S with PBT keycaps, a lot like this build today. This one is Cherry MX Green. Go into the gleam.io link in the About section below. You can find it there. Gotta do it. Gleam.io. We don't use any of your information for anything other than to let you know if you've won. That's it. No other information is used. If you want to sign up to the newsletter at 1UP Keyboards, go to oneupkeyboards.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page. That's where you can sign up for the newsletter. But when it comes to gleam.io for the contest, it's just for the giveaway, nothing else. All right, let me show you again here. You got the toe and the heel. You can see over here, this is the right shift. And what we're going to do is put the toe in the big hole and the heel in the little hole. Toe in the big hole, the heel in the little hole. And we're just going to clip that puppy down. We're going to clip this one down too. There you go. So this is the GH60 PCB that we're using here. And again, same thing. Look. This one goes the same way around. Also the bar down on this one. But like I say, you just do whatever the PCB wants to do. That's it. Get it nice and down. Now, you might not be able to see what I've done here, but I've actually, can you see that? It's going to be tough to see, but look, there's a little bit of gap underneath this. That's incorrectly done. I got to redo it. You see that? There's a little gap there. It's hard to see because they're clear, but there's a little space underneath, and that's not good. So here's how you fix it. Flip it over to the other side. Grab a little set of pliers. Just check that which one it is. It's that one. So look, all I do, just squeeze these very gently at the back and push them back on through. Push it back on through. Once it pops out the other side, just be a sec. There you go. Now I can refit that toe. I don't know if you saw that again. It's hard to see because these are clear, but that toe is now properly set. Now that the toe is properly set, I can push this back down. There, that is correctly in and properly linked down. Last one here. Again, toe in the big hole, toe in the big hole, heel in the little hole. See that? Big hole, little hole. It's much more obvious in IRL than it is on the screen, but yeah. And then this one too, push it down all the way, clip it in, and you're done. Now, what I like to do, just to check that I've got all the stabilizers in the right way around, just grab them and pull one up, and if they come up smooth and nice and easy, and they both come up, you know you've done it correctly. See what I'm saying? Again, it's hard to see because these are clear ones as opposed to black ones, but you can get black ones if you'd rather. Both are available at oneupkeyboards.com. Switching back to overhead. What's going on, guys? Right dude here says went to 4K, YouTube crashed. If you're new to the stream and I see that there's 89 people who are new, remember we're in 4K. Turn your headphones down for 1 second. I do this thing with the 4K thing, but turn your headphones down. It's 4K. If you haven't already, don't forget to give us a like. Give us a like. Give us a like. All right, moving on to the next section. We're going to grab our plate. This is the 60% stainless steel from 1UP Keyboards. This is actually the best. This is our best-selling plate at 1UP Keyboards. We've only just got it back in stock just before the stream started, so we have some in stock now. Go check those out. I'm sure they won't be around for long. All right, now you just want to line this plate over the PCB. Now, a couple of things to note. You, of course, want the stabilizers to be up. They should be on the opposite side to the USB. Definitely you want them on the opposite side. And this should already look like a keyboard, right? You got your shift, your backspace, your enter. You know, you're basically looking at what a keyboard should look like. Your space bars at the bottom. This is the way it's supposed to look. Okay, that's all we're going to do with that now. Just wanted to make sure that those stabilizers were in the correct position and everything fits. We're just going to put it off to this side for 1 second because we got to get to the switches. All right, now the switches, these are called 5-pin switches or PCB mount. Let me just show you here. PCB mount switches, if you can see this, you see they got these 2 extra prongs on the side. Now, you don't actually need those for a build like the one that we're doing today because this is what's called a plate mount build. And these PCB mounts are unnecessary for a plate mount. So for the majority of the switches, I'm actually going to clip these. I might as well. So what I'm going to do, just clip these off just like that. 1, 2. Do you see? Here's the two different ones. You see the 2 little things I've just trimmed off? You don't need to trim them off, but it makes your life so much easier. So much easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to trim a bunch of these just so that we can start putting these into the plate. Now what I do is, you might notice, I put my thumb over top of it, I grab it, I put my thumb over the top of it, and I clip it. That's because I don't want the little piece to go flying. But you should still wear eye protection. Wear eye protection. If you don't have a pair of glasses, get a pair of safety glasses. Where are my safety glasses? Get a pair of safety glasses, wear your safety glasses. I'm not going to wear safety glasses because I have glasses, but we definitely have safety glasses for when you need them. Alright, now all I've done is just clip the first 4 here, and this is the best part. We're moving on to solder cam. In just a minute, I've just got to place these 4 switches onto the board, and then we'll get solder cam all fired up. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. On today's stream, we're building a budget keyboard with parts from oneupkeyboards.com. That's exactly what the title says it is. It ain't clickbait, it's just what we're doing. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. Alright, here we go. All I'm going to do is just push in these first 4 switches, and I'm going to do it in the 4 corners, or at least as close to the 4 corners as I can go. That one doesn't want to play ball. Come on, play ball. I bent the pin a little bit. You just straighten it back out. It's no big deal. Let me just show you here on action cam what I did. I just bent the pin a little bit. That's why I wasn't going in. Just straighten it back out. Ain't no big deal. And you just pop it right in. See what I'm saying? Just go smooth as pie. Smooth as pie. Smooth as silk. Pies aren't really smooth, are they? I'm just saying. Another one here. Just like that. You can see this one's lifted off the board a little bit, but it's no problem. I'll just line it right back up, and it slots right in there. Okay, on the bottom row, because I don't know where the bottom row is going to fit just yet, I don't have the keycaps out. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing the proper bottom row, is I'm going to do a couple of keycap positions. I know what goes there. I could do the shift if I wanted, but instead I'm going to do the Z key, which is down there, and on this side I'm going to do the question mark. This is just a personal preference for me, so I know I do it right every time. Okay, next thing you do, you just push it down, make sure it's all the way solid down all four sides. Flip it upside down, and then we're ready for soldering. Now, I don't know if you guys are new here, but if you are new, this is my soldering iron. You might notice that it's got a webcam on top of it, so you guys are going to get a great view of the soldering. But just before we get to that, I got to turn on the solder cam. And while it heats up, let's just talk about this week's giveaway, the Cooler Master Keys S. Go check out the gleam.io link in the About section below. Alright, sweet. Let's turn on the soldering iron and start showing off solder cam. For those of you who are wondering, I use the Hakko FX888D. FX888D. And I use it in conjunction with Kester No Clean lead-free solder. I just want to make sure those are down. If Pete's going to use plate mount, I don't understand why he doesn't just keep PCB mount corners so they don't come out. Well, just the reason I don't leave them in is just because it's so hard to push them in. And then they start to dictate the shape of the board. So rather than everything being nice and smooth and easy like this, that's why I prefer them to not have anything in. And I'll show you what I do. Once I've put the solder in and the join there, I actually hold the board down. I hold it down like that so that the PCB doesn't lift back up. Right dude here just entered the giveaway. Yeah. Are you guys ready for this? It's everybody's favorite part of the show. It's solder cam. Ready for this? Solder cam. Oh, is it just me or solder cam upside down? What the heck? Give me 1 second here. Solder cam is... Let me fix this. I don't know why it did that. It's gonna rotate here real quick. Ah! Gonna rotate that again. I'm gonna rotate this time. Rotate. Transform. Edit. There we go. Whew, what a relief. Okay, this is solder cam. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit unnerving. So what you can do is keep your eye in the top left corner. Don't forget we're streaming in full 4K. So you guys can check this out in full delight. But especially at the start, when I'm wiping the tip and getting it nice and ready, it can be a little bit all over the place. Do you see that? I actually hold the board down after I've placed that first bit of solder. I do that with the first join so it's nice and clean. I'm just going to rotate the board a little bit so it's easier to get in there. That, whoops, my solder fell into the join. It's never happened before. See what you do when you're soldering? You first apply heat, then you apply the solder, then you remove the solder, then you remove the heat. Let's go down here. Same thing, just all over again. First you apply the heat, then you apply the solder. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Don't forget to press like. Don't forget to press subscribe. You're currently watching the solder cam as we assemble the first 4 switches. There's still quite a bit of a ways to go here. That was solder cam. Just giving it a quick wipe here while I can. All right, I'm just gonna re-tip it. All right, moving back up. All right, let's turn off the soldering iron for 1 minute. And I've got my first 4 switches in. All nice and proper. Okay, perfect. Those are in. So let's start clipping some let's start clipping some legs and keep moving on. Looks like there's a whole bunch of new people on the stream this evening. If you haven't already said hello, don't be shy, say hello. A lot of the people who are moderators in this channel are members of the mechanical keyboard community, and they're experts, and they can answer a lot of the questions that you might have. It's no problem to be a beginner. Lots of beginner. Everybody starts out as a beginner. It's no problem at all. These are mechanical keyboard switches. These ones in particular are called Gateron Blues, or Gateron Blues, depending on how you pronounce them. They're also abbreviated as GAT Blues. Now, Gateron is a clone of the Cherry MX. So they make a very similar switch to Cherry MX. You've probably heard of Cherry MX before. Very similar indeed. Now, there are a number of manufacturers who make clones of Cherry MX, but Gateron or Gateron are widely considered to be the best because they're a little bit smoother. And the smoothness has to do both with their housing and their stem designs, but also the types of plastics that they use inside of it. Now let me just show you exactly what I'm up to here. I'm converting these switches from what's called PCB mount switches into plate mount switches. You see these 2 little legs here? Those go into the PCB. See the PCB? On either side of these holes, like that one there, there's 2 little holes. These fit in there. But it's such a tight fit. You spend so long squeezing it in. It's actually just easier if you remove them for when you're building with a plate. And we are building with a plate. This build has that stainless steel plate to it, so might as well remove them. No harm, no foul. Dead Encryption says, nice, broadcasting to TV now for all the 4K sweetness. So did you switch back to Linux, or did you get the Windows 10 drivers working right? Neither is the truth. On the Action Cam, we're actually faking with 1080p up-res to 4K, whereas overhead here, this is properly 4K. This one here is 1080p, but because it's only just in the corner, you're actually watching it as 720p, so it's easily over-resed to 4K. The overhead camera also has a zoom lens on it, so I could actually zoom in. Okay, so let me show you again. I'm not sure if I finished that description then. These 2 black legs make this a PCB mount, and what I'm going to do is clip them and then turn this into what would normally be a plate mount switch. You see that? It doesn't have those little legs anymore, like this one, which still has the legs. See those 2 black legs? We're just removing those this way. Now they're both the right way around. We're just removing those to make it easier to build the PCB. Just cut them off. I put my thumb over it so they don't pop out in my eye, but don't forget to wear eye protection at all times. We're at 80 viewers with 43 likes. If you haven't already smashed that like button, could you go ahead and smash it now? I'd love to hit 50 likes go ahead and smash it now. Once we hit 50 likes, we'll go back and talk about this week's giveaway just for one more second as we continue on. Don't forget to check out oneupkeyboards.com. That's where all of this stuff is coming from. It's like this, oneupkeyboards.com. I'm the owner of oneupkeyboards.com, if you didn't already know. Lots of cool stuff on there. Custom high-end keyboards. Stuff to make your own keyboard. Stuff to tune your current keyboard. New keycaps. Got some awesome new keycaps in, by the way. The Enjoy PBT are awesome. And the new Max keys. The SA profile stuff is pretty cool, too. As well as the side-printed PBT. They are also pretty sweet indeed. And like I say, the moderators on this channel are very much experienced keyboard builders, keyboard makers, and keyboard enthusiasts. So feel free to ask them any questions. Don't forget, tonight's show is... what's it called? I've even forgotten. It's been so long. Is Super Chat enabled? Today's stream is Super Chat enabled, so if you'd like to support the show, you of course can do by throwing out a Super Chat. Any Super Chat will be read out loud. Thank you very much to everybody who does contribute to this channel. It's because of your kind donations that we're in 4K. So thank you very much to those of you who've done that. And don't forget, guys, press subscribe. You know, like just reach over to the subscription thing and just like, you know, press the button. That's what I'm saying. Just press it. Cool. I know you guys. I know. Pete's hair been getting whiter. Oh yeah. Also the light is on it, so it's happening. If you don't super chat but still want to support the channel, the best way is to press like and to press subscribe. So thank you very much to everybody who's joined the stream tonight, who's hanging out, and who's already pressed like. Thank you very much indeed. We're at 49 likes. Just a couple more. I'd love to hit 50. And then I'll talk about this week's giveaway again. Dean Carter says, skiwithpete, have you edited Eco key map messed with QMK since the stream? Several times. Several times indeed. Yeah, and I've updated it a little bit, but I have not yet added it to my setup. You got to understand that between work, between one-up keyboards, and between streaming, it's pretty tough to sneak that sort of stuff in. So currently I'm using my foot pedal to be able to change views, but my Eco has not yet been added to the setup. Why would you... Tommy Guns says, why would you need to build one? Are they only sold in one size? What's he saying? Why would you need to build a keyboard? Yeah, so why not? So you can customize every bit and piece of it. Also, one of the advantages to customizable keyboards is full programmability. This keyboard is going to be fully programmable. And it's tough to find a fully programmable keyboard out there. I mean, you look at the Poker 3, and that's got what's called onboard programmability. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my YouTube video. Type in skiwithpete, fully programmable keyboard, where skiwithpete, not all keyboards are created equal. You'll see about fully programmable keyboards, and they're different, man. But not just that. I mean, it's not just the full programmability, which by the way is amazing, but it also means that you get to fully customize your keyboard. You can, you know, do everything you want to the switches so that they're just exactly the way that you want. You could have different switches for different keycaps if you wanted. You get to choose your keycaps, you get to choose your base, you get to choose all the materials. I mean, why wouldn't you want to make your own keyboard? See if there's any other questions that I can jump in again. Mini USB, yes, yeah. Foot pedal is a nice name for an ortho 2x2 keycaps. Yeah, that's how I change. For those of you who are new, because I see there's 83 of us currently. For those of us who are new and you didn't already know, I use a customized mechanical keyboard to change cameras with my feet. Let me just show that off for 1 second here. This is my foot keyboard right here. And you can see these are all the different camera views and stuff that I've got. This is action cam. This is my selfie. This is solder. This is my super chat window, but nobody's super chatted yet, so I'm not showing that off. This is my everything. This is my overhead plus selfie, which is what you're currently looking at now. I've also got an overhead without a selfie. I've got an overhead 3, which is a bigger view. I've got Be Right Back, finished and mute, action and selfie, action big, selfie and sub, all sorts. All sorts. So anyways, that's how I control the stream, so that I can have my hands up here doing this. And right as I'm in the middle of something like that, I can switch over to action cam and give you guys a very close-up view exactly as I do something. You see, just like that. And then I can switch back to selfie overhead just like that. Alien Man, no. Steph and I are pretty happy together, thanks. Andreas Engstrand says, waiting for a teensy. Awesome. For those of you who don't know, a teensy is typically used for a hand wire build. I'm doing a PCB build, but a hand wire build eliminates the PCB, and you basically just hook it straight up to a teensy and do the whole matrix thing yourself. It's pretty cool. I can't say I've done one myself yet. I need to do that. You saw me. You same. Says, you know that feeling when you want a keyboard so bad, but you can't afford it. Do I ever? Do I ever? Shecky says, where's the 4K button? Awesome question. That's on a separate device. That's on this little device here, which is my handheld one. So I change cameras with my feet, but my hand under the desk over here, this is how I do it. If you haven't already, quick reach for the volume and turn it down just a smidge, just as I'm about to hit the 4K button. So this is my 4K button here. Because it's in 4K. This is my like button for the little likes. This is my big like button for the big likes. This is my subscribe button for the subscribe thing. You just go over and you go to the subscribe thing, and then there you go. Yeah, you know what's going on. Yeah, you know what's going on. So you see, I mean, I build a lot of keyboards because I need them. But aside from those two keyboards, just give me 1 sec here. I'll just show off for a second. Aside from those two, I also have this one, which is a plank that I built on stream. I haven't put this into the setup yet either. But this one is going to, this is going to control other stuff essentially. And this one too is also going to control other stuff. So this one, some stuff, this one, other stuff. Basically it goes like this. I'm going to take the board that I currently have and I'm going to break it into two sections so that this one is actually going to go like this up here, and this is going to control all the stuff in stream. Sorry, this one's going to control all the stuff in stream, and this one's going to control the different cameras. So I won't even have to move my hand off to do the 4K thing. I'll be able to do that with my foot. Cool. So that's what I'm up to. Those are just some of the keyboards that I have. In case you guys are wondering about the keyboard that I actually type with and use on this computer right here, it's this one. This is my red carbon fiber LJD 61 Up kit from One Up Keyboards. This has 65 gram Zelios on it. This is a very nice, very fun keyboard indeed. As I keep saying, don't forget to go to oneupkeyboards.com. Go check out all the goodness that's happening over at oneupkeyboards.com. I'm the owner, and I'm definitely a keyboard enthusiast. And yeah, we got lots of cool stuff over there. Lots of cool stuff. This keyboard that I'm building now is a demo unit for Maker Faire. We're gonna bring this keyboard kit to Maker Faire. We've just, luckily today, got all the parts in, so I'm finally able to put it together. But the reason I'm bringing this one to Maker Faire in particular is this is more at the budget end of what we're up to. This is the Gateron build. So I need 4 switches left over, 4 left over plus 1. Might do plus 2, just for funsies. All right. All right. Might do plus 3 just for funsies. For those of you who've just joined, I'm just clipping some. Look, I'm just clipping some parts off of here. Just these 2 little things. Sorry, the camera's not quite focused. Just clipping these 2 little guys off. This right here. Look, clip that off. Just because it makes it easier to assemble the keyboard when those things aren't on there. So it takes a few minutes, but I'm happy enough to do it. Don't forget when you're doing this sort of stuff, where I wear. We up to 50 likes? We're way past 50 likes. Let's just go back and do this one more time here. This week's giveaway. It's not this week's. I keep saying this week's, but it's not this week. I think it gives away on September 14th. Maybe sooner. September 12th? I'm not sure. The Gleam.io link will get you in on the Cooler Master Master Keys S keyboard. This is one with CheMX greens. PBT keycaps. It's currently open only to North America, but if you want to pay for shipping, we'll ship it anywhere in the world. Cooler Master gave this keyboard away at the New York meetup. Then I told them I was going to give it away, and they said they would pay for shipping, but only within North America. So if you'd like it shipped somewhere else, if you win, you're welcome to do that, but free shipping is only available for North America. What is the total price of this build? I think we calculated it earlier to $174. 170. 170. Is that what we said? 170.
You can do 168 if you go with the black
You can do 168 if you do the black stabilizers, but we went with clear stabilizers because funsies. Chat says, so guys, how about an MK meetup in Poland? It sounds like an awesome idea. Canada? Yeah, also awesome idea. Hi from Ohio. Hi, Ohio. If you haven't already, please go ahead and smash that like button. The more likes this show gets, the more people get to come join. And we're just a few minutes away from pushing on with this build here. We've got just a couple more switches to go. And then things are about to get moving a whole lot quicker, a whole lot sooner. Any tips when desoldering switches from a PCB? I purchased a switch puller from OneUp Keyboards earlier today since I was having problems removing the old switches. Definitely that will help you massively. Nichols Cage, what an awesome name. That will help you massively, Nichols. Other than that, get a really good desoldering pump. That's my only other recommendation. The better the desoldering pump, the easier the job. All right, that's it. We're done with that. Now it's time to start lining up the switches into the PCB, and I'll get to that in just a second, just as soon as I've finished cleaning up these little legs. What exactly are you clipping off, Usami? I was actually clipping off. These have 2 little legs, and the 2 little legs are for PCB stabilization. But because I've got a top plate, you don't need them. So you can see I've just removed those little legs. Those little legs. Here, I'll show you one with. I'll show you one with the legs and one without, so you can see exactly what's up. This one has the little legs. This one doesn't have the little legs. You see the one on the left has the little legs? Oh, sorry, you're not in focus here. Come on, focus. The one on the left has the little legs. The one on the right no longer has the little legs. It's just to make it easier to build the keyboard. And when you're building with a plate, you want the ones on the right. When you're building just with a PCB, you want the ones on the left. But I'm not building with just a PCB. Although, you could build with just a PCB. You don't actually need a plate. Although it definitely improves the feel of the keyboard by a lot. Alright. Alright guys, here we go. So this is the brand new clear base from One Up Keyboards. This is available in ABS plastic, which makes it very inexpensive. It's a great budget option. And of course, because it's transparent, if you decide to add any LEDs to the bottom of your GH60 or other PCB, it's a great choice. It's also pretty inexpensive, let's be honest. At 18 bucks, you'd be hard-pressed to find one much cheaper than this. I'm not quite happy with that one. So I'm just going to put the legs on, the rubber bumpers on it. There's no point in not having the rubber bumpers on it now while I'm doing this. There we go. It's better. Just means it won't slide around while I'm doing this. Lucas Blotta says Master Keys S PBT or new Poker 2 for beginners. I say the Master Keys S PBT for two reasons. One, I have one here that I'm giving away on this stream. Actually, it's not this stream. I'm giving away on this channel. Go check the gleam.io link. It's an awesome keyboard. I know because I have one. But also, there's a chance that that thing could be upgradable in the future. It's got a great standard bottom row, and it's with a chipset, it can be made fully programmable. Unlike the Poker 2, which is onboard programmable only. Tomek says, good night, friends. Good night, Tomek. I like the tactile bump after literally any tactile alternative. Cherry Brown stream too scratchy for me. There's two great alternatives on our website. I mean, Gateron Browns are less scratchy for sure, but another switch which is excellent and a lot of fun to use is the B-Sun Brown. That's on our site. I think we're still exclusive with that switch. It's a very good one. It feels very tactile and it's really nice. Other than that, you can go to the Zelios. Zelios are my personal favorite switch. The Zelio 67 I love. It's a very expensive switch, but worth every penny. It's a really big tactile bump and super fun to have and use. I think you would love it. Okay, great. Just got these four things on the bottom, which, you know, just means this isn't going to slide around, which is all I'm really trying to do. Because now I'm just going to slot this in here. It just makes it easier to build into the base because it gives me space for the switches to fall into. See, they've got these two little pins. Oh, let me switch over to Action Cam. They got these two little pins on the bottom of them. And those pins need to go through to the other side of the PCB so that I can solder them. And so that's why having a big open space underneath here just makes my life a whole lot easier. Now these pins bend really easily, so you'll notice I keep bending a bunch of them back. They just bend easy. It's not a problem. You just take a look, see if they're straight, slot them in. This one too, look, it's bent the wrong way. It's bent upwards. I don't know if you can see that. Just grab it, bend it down a little bit. Pop it in. This is actually, it's going to be a really nice looking board. Okay, now you notice that I left some of these, I didn't clip the little bits off. One of the areas I'm going to put it in on is over here. And the reason is just that this area is so cut out. Let me show you on action cam. This area is so cut out that there isn't much space for the thing to grab onto. So I like to use a switch that has those stabilizers in it, so that when I push it down, I know that it's going to be lined up nice and straight. I'm just going to check the other side here, make sure it's coming through perfectly. There we go. Now, the other one that I'm going to stabilize, I don't need to stabilize that one. The other one I'm going to stabilize is down here. But these ones we don't need stabilized. We can just keep on cranking. Currently 87 viewers. How are we doing in the likes department? 61 likes, 2 dislikes. Ooh. If you haven't already, could you go ahead and smash that like button? It says that I'm building a keyboard. That's exactly what I'm up to. Maybe I've been hanging around a little while. Kind of got this on in the background. Maybe you said what's up to some people in here. Go on, smash that like button. Straightening out a leg or two as I go. Would it be possible to open a switch without desoldering on this keyboard? This keyboard? Yes. Absolutely possible. The reason is that, I'll show you on action cam. You see the cutouts? Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to, how close do I need to get it to show you that? You see the cutouts have those, you see that little point in there, the little in the corner? That's because there's an open gap along the side. So actually, yes, you can open these switches. They will pop right open. What you need either is a pair of tweezers like the ones that I was showing off earlier. Tweezers like this. What you can do is you can get in alongside them like this and crack them open. You see, like that? I can even do this for you and just show you. Oh, whoops. Pop it open on one side like that, and then you grab the other side like this. Oh no, I'm really not doing that well. Let me just grab something here to wedge this side open. And then what you do is I'm making this look difficult only because I'm trying to do it for the camera, but Silly, silly. There you go. There you go. And the top pops right off. See that? That's how you open the switch on one of these keyboards. And just like that. The other thing you can use is there's a tool that's available on mechanicalkeyboards.com that works really well too. Bounce back. Bounce back means more APM. More APM means better gaming. Don't forget, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, you can, of course, use Super Chat. Promise to read out all of today's Super Chats. Or you can press like. Yeah, reds are really good. Reds are a really versatile key. When people ask, like, what's best for versatile, you know, I do some homework on it. I also do a bit of gaming on it. Then I definitely say reds. If you say it's a pure gamer, then blacks for sure. Getting close here. Okay, this bottom row, what I need to do now is pull out the bottom row so that I can make sure that it's going to fit correctly. These are my keycaps. And what I'm going to do, is just cut a little hole along the bottom here. Whoops. Just got scissors right behind me. Give me 1 second. And I'm just gonna get these keycaps out for the bottom row. Okay. So what I do is line this up and then take a look at where the spacebar lines up. Why did I grab a stabilized one? Don't need a stabilized one. There we go. That's what the spacebar is going to look like. I want a stabilized one for this one here. There, that's the one. I don't need stabilized for those. Getting close to using solder cam again. Getting real close indeed. All right. Look at that. Nope, missed that. That is definitely not lined up correctly. It needs to be all the way over into the corner. The way you can tell is just, does the keycap fit? You see here? Look, these are all correctly spaced, so you know that you got it right. Alright, now with those in place, I can just reuse those keycaps, because all I need to do here is just figure out what the other side looks like. Oh, that came all the way back out. I know what it's supposed to look like now that I've done it, because it's supposed to be on the left. Price of the whole build, I think we said, Steph, $170 or $168 if you get the clear, if you get the black stabilizers instead of the clear ones. Again, just lining that up, make sure that fits alongside the spacebar. We're good to go. All right, and then next, same thing again. Just line this up, make sure that it'll fit alongside. Let me show you on the action cam here on this one. Look, you just line it up, see where it fits beside, clip it on down. Now that I've already set this one here, I can pop this back out and use that keycap for my last one. Again, you see where it fits, where it's supposed to go. Just like that. Clip it in, and we're good. We can take the rest of these off again. Oh, again, that corner one popped out, but again, I know where it goes now. It goes in that, right in that corner. Okay, let's move these keycaps out of the way just for a few minutes. 79 watching with 71 likes. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Now would be a great time. See if we can't get a couple more people in here just as we're about to switch back on action cam? No, solder cam. Solder cam is pretty awesome. Solder cam gives you an up-close view of what it looks like to solder a keyboard. We'll be onto that in just 1 second. But just before we do, here's what I do. I flip the board over to check. Let's go to action cam to check if all of these little pins have made it through. So I'm just gonna rub, because even though it's good on my eyes to look, it's even better when I check with my finger, because my fingers won't make mistakes. Just make sure all the pins have made it through. It's already soldered. Whoa, we might be in luck here, guys. Just the one housing. I mangled that a little bit, but it's good. All right, firing up the solder cam. Now, remember, eye protection. And my fan. Where's my fan gone? You want to be in a well-ventilatable area. For me, I'm right by an open door here in New York City. It's probably why you can hear traffic and sirens and stuff. Philip Paris, what an awesome thing to say, man. Did you see what he wrote, Steph? He said, there's a problem with the thumbs up button. I can't thumbs up twice even though I have 2 thumbs up.
Aww.
It's awesome. What an awesome quote. Let's turn the fan on. And solder cam. For those of you who are new around here, don't forget to press like, don't forget to press subscribe, and check in the about section below or the video description, I think it's now called, the video description below. That's where you can find links to everything that you can see on my desk, as well as all the components for tonight's keyboard build, and other stuff. Oh yeah, the Gleam.io giveaway. The Gleam.io giveaway. It's for this, the Master Keys S from Cooler Master. This is the Cherry MX green version with PBT keycaps. Gleam.io link. Use the subscription to this channel to use your subscription to this channel to enter the Gleam.io. There's also daily interactions you can take. So if you've already signed up, you can continue to interact on a daily basis and get more entries and more goodness. Sweet. Don't forget to go check out oneupkeyboards.com where you can find all the stuff that's in today's build. I'm just going to rub my eyes quickly just before I get started. Okay, moving over to Solder Cam. Again, if you weren't here for Solder Cam earlier, just remember to keep your eye up here when things get pretty crazy. You ready? Things are about to get pretty crazy because I got to wipe this tip. So I'm just going to do that real quick. All right. This is the solder that I like, which is Kester No Clean Solder. Remember the order: you apply the heat, for those of you who are new to the show, don't forget to say hi. And in the future, I'm sure there will be plenty more solder cams, but so far as I know, this is the first one that was ever made. Remember, you want to apply the solder to the join and not to the iron. So what I'm trying to do here, also got the What do you guys think about solder cam? What are your thoughts on Topre keyboards? It's difficult for me to read super chat. It's difficult for me to read any chats, let alone super chats. If you definitely want me to answer one of your questions, you should definitely check out super chat. It's just that I got a soldering iron, which is difficult enough to deal with while I'm not looking at it, let alone having a webcam on top of it. So it's difficult, but I'm going to try again. Just a quick glance. What are your thoughts on Topre keyboards, and if they are any mechanical switches that have the closest feel to them? Topre is okay. I'm not a big fan of the Topre personally, but I know a lot of people are. I like a big mechanical bump, and it seems that people who like Topre describe Topre as having a big bump. So I would say that the thing that probably has the biggest bump, the crispest response, is probably the Zelio's 67 gram. But is that close to a Topre? Oof. It's not really a rubber dome, is it? Sorry, man. It's super hard to do that. I don't think I'm going to do any reading for another couple minutes here. Just want to try to get this. Usami says, this is way too satisfying. I said I wasn't going to read anymore, and then I did. Isn't it beautiful? You see how to solder? Make all these beautiful joins here. All nice and close like this. You know exactly how to build your own keyboard. Is this better than the keyboard that you have now? Ask yourself that. Would you enjoy building it? You know the answer to that one too, I think. Well, I know the answer to that one. You probably do too. So go over to oneupkeyboards.com. That's where you can get all the parts for today's build. If you are international, then the shipping is calculated in the cart, so you can see exactly how much it'll be. If you're in the con US, everything from oneupkeyboards.com ships for free. if you haven't already, if you've been hanging around for a bit and you're watching this and you're thinking, this is pretty cool, then that would be a great time to smash that like button. The objective for me is always to get more people to have liked the stream than are currently on the stream. But of course, the milestones are great too. 50 is great. 75 is great. 100 is even better. So rare, so rare. Now, I personally solder with my right hand. I know JB and some other people like to solder with their left hand. Fair enough. Not me. Just adding a little bit more solder to that one. Wanted to go back for it. This is lead-free solder. This is Kester lead-free, no clean solder. But the best idea is to get a high-quality soldering iron. I personally use the Hakko FX888D, and there's a link to it on Amazon in the video description or about section below. For those curious, indeed, the fan is on the left-hand side of the table, drawing the fumes towards the door, which is open right beside me. How can you be sure that the switches won't fall out before you solder them in? Well, on the other side, there's that plate that we put the switches into. And the plate, the switches clip into the plate. So I did the first 4. And so now we know for sure that, like, I could shake this board. They're not coming out. They're clipped in place. Now, if you're doing a PCB only build, then you want to leave those little legs on, and those little legs will get trapped in the holes on either side of the switch hole, and then you'll also know for sure that they won't escape. That's how you know. Sal Morial knows what I'm talking about. A good soldering iron is key to this. Key. Thank you to everybody who's just pressed like, and to those of you who just pressed subscribe, welcome to the show. Hope you guys stick around. Again, the more likes this show gets, the more people get exposed to it, the more the channel grows, and the sooner we get to our eventual goal of 100,000 subscribers, so that we can make the move to the YouTube space here in New York City for a live stream keyboard meetup. That'll be super fun when it happens. So if you haven't already, press subscribe. Tell your friends to press subscribe. Get your dog to press subscribe. I don't mind. I need to wipe the tip off here real quick, so keep your eye on the top left corner just for a second. There we go. I spent most of today playing with my new phone that I unboxed on yesterday's live stream. The Mi Max 2, that was super cool. I left a coupon code in the About section below, just in case you guys are interested in it. Turns out it's pretty kick-ass. Even though it's gold and white, the one that I got, I think I'm going to keep it. Don't think I'm going to go back to my Nexus just yet. But you can also get it in black, I understand. Which I might do at the end of this. Alright, just about halfway through the board now. See if I can't speed up a little bit. There we go. Just a little further. Did speed up a little bit. Don't forget, guys, the gleam.io link in the video description below will get you in on the giveaway. They're coming from my keyboard. Again, the moderators on this channel tend to be people who are also from the keyboard community, so feel free to ask them any questions that you might have. Pretty cool people. They've been hanging around a bunch. They know what's up. Thank you, Philip. Do appreciate that. Is Mange HD around to throw out the Discord link? If you guys want to chat after today's show, you can, of course, head on over to Discord. No super chats today. No super chats. But like I always say, if you don't want to super chat, please do press like. It helps me just the same. or head on over to 1UP Keyboards. Get some cool stuff for yourselves. And it'll probably end up supporting this channel anyways. Okay, I'm gonna give this a quick wipe. Keep your eyes in the top left corner. Pretty messy. I'll carry on anyways. Isn't that beautiful? Watching that close up like that. It's just a beautiful thing watching solder. Alright. Bottom row here. We're almost done. Home stretch. Alright, let me switch over to action cam here and see. For a slightly different view. You guys can see what my world looks like. Alright, I'm getting close now. Okay, I'm going to switch back over to solder cam. Only a couple more to go. Here's the space bar. You notice the space bar is upside down. I had to flip the switch around. All the other ones have the, you'll see in a sec. All the other ones I go out from the bottom. Whoops, this one isn't working out real nice. Gotta wipe it. I don't know why, but there's a, like, there we go. There's like an air pocket that just wasn't getting filled. We're on the martini. It's the last one. The martini switch. Here we go. Last one. Last one. Alright. Very last pin to solder here. There we go. We're done. Okay, just a quick wipe. What switch are you using? This is the Gateron blue switch that I'm using. Oh. Switching over to the overhead. Oh. Oh, I touched that camera. It was hot. And it's pretty hot. Might not be able to go that close in the future. Whew. That is your fully completed soldered board. Let me just double check here. Make sure that I got all of the pins. It's not It's not infrequent for me to have missed one or two. Yeah, I did. No, I soldered that. There's not much solder on it, but I got one there. That one popped a bubble. Oh, there's one I missed. There's one I missed right there. Happens all the time to me. Let's get this back up to heat. Currently 75 watching with 82 likes. That's pretty kick-ass. Pretty kick-ass indeed. Alright, this is back up to temperature. Let's just give it a quick wipe. I think I'm going to need a new sponge soon. Not because my sponge is worn out on both sides, but because it's worn out on one side, and because of my camera, I can only kind of use one side. There we go. That was the one that I missed. This one has a big air bubble in it. I'm just going to try to clean that out. And then that one was real ugly. But that ugliness... That ugliness is more about the amount of solder I had to put on it. Alright. Philip, you know what? It probably will melt. It probably will be ruined one day, but you know what? You know what, man? It's going to be worth it, right? You guys are going to be like, you know what? I saw some really cool stuff on that Ski with Pete channel. You know what? I could buy another camera. I totally can buy another camera. But you're right. I probably will ruin it one day. It just seems like it's slowly moving closer and closer to the... What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? What am I gonna not solder cam? Forget about it. You know? Forget about it. Okay, what I want to do here is set up keyboard tester again, which I've undone. Go to keyboard tester here. I'll even show you on by pressing tester. You can see exactly what it looks like. Over 6 months on the internets. There is switch tester right there. Alright, I'm just going to click in that box, and then you can see up in this screen, oh, wait a sec, this screen, and this one too, no, that's my head. This one here, you can see, I'm just going to plug this in, and then we'll run around the board. This is before I put the keycaps on, before I've secured it in. I'm just going to press, and you can see the numbers lighting up here as I go across the board. Now, you do get some weirdness in this bottom row, exactly for that reason. That one, I thought was supposed to work. And my spacebar no worky. Wait a sec. Let's try this again. There, the alt is working. Spacebar is also working. Thought that was weird. Okay, and this may, this may fire the Windows key again. No, it didn't. That's my function then. This is my Windows key again. Stop doing that. And then this is my control, and that should work. Yeah, that does work. So we have a fully functioning keyboard, people. Fully functioning. That's great news. Okay, so next up, let's slot this in here just like this. Alright. Now I gotta put the screws in. There's 6 screws that go into these things. Whoops. here's my screwdriver set. This is the iFixit. Highly recommend the iFixit kit. Pretty sure there's a link to it too in the About section if you are so inclined. Partly I love it because it's magnetized. That's all good screwdriver sets should be. I'm not going to do that all the way tight yet because I want to have some flexibility in where I position the keyboard. Although on the GH60s, this top left one here kind of locks it in place. There's no real give to it. Oh, there's a little bit on this one. Getting close, everybody. Getting real close here. Oh, this is a real nice board, this. I mean, I know it's budget, but... I mean, you can easily, in this hobby, you can easily spend $300-400 on a keyboard, but this is starting to make me wonder why. Okay, let's push that up like that. That's where I want it to be. Well, I'm pretty happy with that, actually. That positioning is looking good to me. For those of you who aren't already watching in full 4K, turn your headphones down. It's 4K. Love the 4K. Shit. That's real pretty. Look at that. And of course, through here is the little window where you can press the reset button so that you can do all your programming. So once it's screwed in, you don't need to unscrew it. I'm just going to go ahead and grab these 3 keys on the bottom here. That level it is. Slick. All right. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more here, and then all right. Now what I like to do with these keycaps in particular is you cut all along the one side here. And then you do this. How's that for putting keycaps on a keyboard? Makes it pretty efficient, right? Now, I don't know if you guys can tell right now, but look, they're side printed keycaps. You see they're side printed? So they're clear on top. But from my position, you can see all the lettering nice and clear. It also means that this lettering will never fade off because you're just going to wear at the top of the keycap, not at the side of it. So these legends will look like they do today forevermore. '83 viewers currently in the show. Hello to all 83 of you. We're getting close to the end of this one. These keycaps are for individual sale on oneupkeyboards.com, by the way, if you'd like to go check that out. oneupkeyboards.com. There's also a link to them in the About section below, so you can go check those out. How much are they, Steph? They're like $45? $30, $40 for a full set? Something like that? Something like that. And of course, free shipping within the Con US. Or shipping is calculated in the cart. Alright guys, getting real close now. I don't know, Steph, what do you think? Should I put a sticker on it? Should I not put a sticker? Maybe I won't put a sticker on it because it's for demo. Maybe I won't. Okay, I've just unplugged... Oh, I just whacked the microphone. Sorry about that. I've just unplugged the fan here. Just give me a second. Oh, and that's going to shake the camera quite vigorously. Sorry about that. It'll stabilize in just a second. Just a second. Plans for black and white cases. No plans as yet for the plastic ones, but of course what you can do is you can upgrade from this clear plastic one to a metal one like you might find here on this. This is the silver aluminum base that you can find at One Up Keyboards. We have those in other colors too: blue, red, black, silver, gold. This one's pretty cool though, I gotta say, for it's pretty cool indeed. Okay, one last thing to do here. I'm just going to close the door to outside. And one more thing just before I do the typing test on it. Just going to remind everybody about the giveaway. The giveaway is the Master Keys S from Cooler Master. Master Keys S from Cooler Master with PBT keycaps. It's available with Cherry MX Green. It's, look, unopened, it's brand new, still sealed. go into the About section below. Go check the gleam.io link. There you can use your subscription to this channel to enter this. And this has nothing to do with 1UP Keyboards. This is just about the channel. If you'd like to sign up for the 1UP Keyboards newsletter, go to oneupkeyboards.com. Go to the bottom of the page. Go do that. But you don't have to worry about your gleam.io submission being used for anything at all except for the giveaway. So if you win the giveaway, you'll be contacted. Otherwise, we discard that information. We don't do anything with it now or ever in the future. That is totally not what we're about. If you'd like to sign up for the newsletter, though, go ahead and do that at oneupkeyboards.com. I encourage you guys to do that. You get early information about all our new releases, but two totally separate things. We're not trying to get your information. We're just trying to run a fair giveaway so that everybody gets a fair chance to enter. All right. Getting closer now. Getting real close now. If you haven't already, please go check out oneupkeyboards.com. I definitely appreciate you guys doing that. And if you haven't already, please press like. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom in a little bit just for this bit. I'm just going to zoom in a touch. Let's do that. Let's go. I'll do it nice and slow. There, just like that. I'm just going to make sure that we're properly in focus here. I'm going to go, whoops, I've lost it. That, if you're in 4K now, you can even see the legends in full crispness if you're in 4K. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my head here just so you guys can enjoy this. So what we have here is the stainless steel GH60 with Gateron blues with PBT keycaps and a see-through plastic base, so you can see all that beautiful work under there. And now we're going to do the typing test. This is what this keyboard sounds like. Well, thank you very much for tuning into today's show, guys. I really definitely do appreciate hanging out with all of you. There's still 82 watching and 94 likes. If you haven't already smashed that like button, would you go ahead? I'd love to hit 100 just as we head on out of today's show. But before we go, there's a couple more things to talk about. So let me go a wide fast here, wide fast, and then let me just make sure that I'm nice and sharp. That's as sharp as it goes. All right. Just before we go, I just want to show off some other keyboards. Just want to remind you guys that there's other projects that you can check out at OneUp Keyboards. You don't have to go for the budget. Of course, there's this one, which is my computer one, which is the red carbon fiber LJD sandwich board right there. Let me pull out some other ones. Here's an LJD 61 up in aluminum. There's this one that I pulled out earlier, which is the, what is this? Is this, those are reds, Gateron reds. Of course, we have bigger keyboards too. Here's my wife's TKL from OneUp Keyboards, and that's in black carbon fiber. So many other awesome kits too. There's small ones too, like this JD40. What else have I got down here? What else have I got? Oh, there's this one too, which is another LJD 61 up. This is also in black carbon fiber, but you see it's got the middle plate in there. Oh, the keycap just fell off of it. That's got that middle plate. This is the upcoming prototype that I was testing out last week, which is called a TK. You see there's that one error on the shift key. We're going to get that figured out before we ship it out. What else we got in here? What else are we flexing? Oh, this is, I can't put this one on top, but this is my Fiel keyboard. Yeah. Oh, it's a workout just holding it. We got plenty more cool stuff coming too. Including this high profile bass coming soon. I think this is the first time this has ever been previewed. This one's in red. It'll be available in 3 different colors. That's coming soon too. Different colored top plates. We've got brass on the right here, silver carbon fiber on the left. Just so much cool stuff happening over at OneUp Keyboards. And don't forget, go check out the gleam.io link to join the Master Keys S giveaway from Cooler Master. Cool, guys. Well, thanks very much. Thanks for hanging out today. It was a lot of fun. Just putting this stuff back away now. Such a cool sounding board. I really like that one. That one's Gateron Clears. This one is also, it's also blues. This is reds. This is 65 gram Zelias. Okay, well, I might do a little bit more typing on this just to take us out. Is this better than the keyboard that you currently have? Will you enjoy building it? Do you want to head over to oneupkeyboards.com and go check out all the parts and components to make your board yours? Thanks very much. I'm your host, skiwithpete. It's been super fun. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section below. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so with Patreon. You can buy me a cup of coffee in the video description below, or you can use Super Chat. Thank you to everybody who does support this channel. Definitely enjoy hanging out with you guys. What a cool, fun keyboard project to make. And I'm looking forward to showing this one off at Maker Faire, New York, if any of you guys are in town or planning to come. I know it's still a couple weeks away, but it should be a grand old time by the time it comes around. I'm just closing down the windows, shutting down for the evening. Thank you again to everybody who came and hung out with me on tonight's stream. Still 57 viewers with 99 likes. If there's one more like out there amongst you, just one more. Just one more. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Go ahead, just smash it. Just get it on up, you know, get it on up. Rise up. 48 watching. The numbers are going down fast. The stream is over. It's ending. Just one more like. I don't know if it's going to happen. Just one more like. Just one more. What did you guys think about Soldering? What did you think about Soldering? Hopefully you love it. Hopefully you think it's as grand as I do. Well, I'm going to type and try to get that one more like. Yeah, we got 100 likes. Thank you very much again to everybody who tuned in this week. We will see you guys again soon. Don't forget, if you haven't already, go join the Discord. I'll see you guys over in the Discord shortly, or you can continue hanging out in the stream right now. The stream is over, but the chat will continue for a little while. I don't know if anybody's posted the link to the Discord. I don't have it with me now, but we can invite people or create links to the channel. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can do that. Does anybody know how to do that? Trying to find it. Invite people. Got it. Share this link with others to grant access to this. It's doing the little boxes thing. It's doing the little boxes. I can't seem to make it do it. Won't let me do it. I don't know why, guys, but I'm actually just going to show you because I can't believe it. It's just not letting me grant access to the server. I don't know why. Save it for next time. Tell you what, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys back again very soon indeed. Take care. Thanks again. We'll see you guys back again very soon indeed.